The voice that we must remember and never forget is the voice of victims. It's their story that compels us to do this very important work. I would like to introduce Neera Gupta to bring that voice to us today.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be here with all of you at the Statehouse in Columbus, Ohio, which I believe is one of the best cities in the world. Truth be told, this is the closest I've ever gotten to a government building. Today I want to tell you a couple of stories from my life. I got married in 1982 in India. I was a college professor, and I came to Columbus, Ohio after marriage. I didn't know anything except how to study and teach, so I took GRE in 15 days and started working on my PhD at Ohio State University. They also gave me teaching because of my past experience, and I started teaching my own course. During the marriage from 1982 to 1991, right here in Columbus, my husband abused me, emotionally and physically. It seems, in hindsight, that I didn't get married to a human being but an animal. It started on the first night, right after the marriage. 1991, I filed a complaint at the prosecutor's office next door and separated from my husband. In 1994, I was legally divorced. I skipped the best part. 1984, I became a mother. And all this while, I was thinking, it's okay as far as I can go through this, but I have a responsibility for a child whom I brought into this world. So, I told myself, this is not a normal environment. She should be out of here, and I stepped out. The issue is that I grew up in such a loving family. Dad is an internationally known physician in India. Worked with Gandhi. I have pictures in my family album from Gandhi and him in his big speech, living with him. And somehow I ended up in an abusive relationship right here in Columbus. Because of the domestic violence, I became a totally different person. I could not see my life beyond that relationship. I was so dependent on the abuser that I thought there is nothing outside. But looking at my child, she was 5 or 6 when I went to the prosecutor's office. It was not easy. I thought she will become abnormal if she grows up in this environment. I got out. Today, she is a OBGYN, gynecology resident in Riverside Hospital. I did not date seriously. Of course, I did make mistakes. And I did not get married because I thought, I don't know what kind of person will come into our lives and how he'll treat my daughter. Today, she has 2 homes. I'm proud to say she's 28 and I'm a grandma. That's the best part. But my ex-husband has not seen this granddaughter. The abuse continues. Also, today, it's not that there are no scars. I became very weak, very different person, despite the loving family I grew up with. And if anyone raises the voice or talks to me, especially when I'm not wrong, I just start crying into a shell. People just see me like this. They don't see the days and nights I spent alone at home in that shell. That's why during the domestic violence time, I had 2 nervous breakdowns, was hospitalized, tremendous amount of depression for many years. Yet, today as I look forward, my family responsibilities are done, and I have a calling, I have a responsibility once again. I tried to hide from this responsibility for some time. The scars are there. I do get back into that shell a lot. It happened last weekend also. 3 days, 4 nights, I was at home crying. I could not imagine what state of mind, and I did not leave. Today, the stars are there and will be with me for the rest of my life. Yet, I have a responsibility. It's almost like a calling. And for the rest of my life, I'm determined to convey my message to all the victims of domestic violence. Please get out. It's not easy. It's very difficult. Get out, and then it does impact your health. I opted for no reason to have hysterectomy done at age 34 because the stress gives you so much health issues that my hemoglobin would go down to 6 or 7 instead of 13. I had to work. I had to put food on the table, raise this daughter. I followed a doctor after many doctors. I said, electively, take my uterus out. Because I had a responsibility. Today when she is all set, I have to focus only on this. That's